So Jack Reacher, never go back. I will never go back to see this movie ever again. It's like a one and done kind of ride here. Yeah. Jesus. What's up, everyone? Welcome to Men vs. Movies. I'm Griffin.
I'm Brody.
Hey! It's the same crew from the podcast today. So, we had the delightful privilege to go see Jack Reacher.
Kind of was delightful.
Never go back. It was a little delightful. That's the movie we're going to be reviewing for you today. And before we dive into our thoughts and opinions, we're going to tell you a little bit about this movie the best we can.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So Jack Reacher, Never Go Back is based off of the book of the same name and is directed by Edward Zwick, who, believe it or fucking not, made The Last Samurai with Tom Cruise.
Oh.
Wow.
It's a departure from their
This
last
is a major
effort.
departure, yeah.
Yeah.
The movie starring Tom Cruise, Kobe Smulders, a small blonde child, and the villain from Heroes Season 4. Yeah.
This movie takes place a little after the first movie, and essentially Jack Reacher, Tom Cruise, is doing jobs for Susan Turner, played by Kobe Smulders, and she's taken over his command in the military, and so he's doing little odd job contracts for her, and eventually he goes to meet up with her for dinner or something, and it turns out that she's been imprisoned for treason, so he believes she's innocent, goes and investigates, and ends up getting embroiled in this big conspiracy theory that involves like the sale of weapons, and I guess that's the plot.
I'm going to preface this by saying that I have not fully seen the first Jack Reacher. I stopped watching or fell asleep like halfway through the first movie. It was just not very interesting. But I got to say, watching the trailers for this movie, I was a little impressed. You know, the trailers were pretty good. I thought the marketing was all right, although we didn't see a whole lot of it, and I kind of understand why now.
Burying this thing.
But needless to say, I was expecting, kind of like a fun action film. And I'll tell you what, this movie was entertaining.
Oh, yeah.
But in all the wrong ways. So I'm going to leave it at that, and then we're going to dive into the positives and negatives, and then kind of tell you what we liked and disliked about this movie. So
We'll try and find positives.
Let's start with the positives with this movie.
Talk about a Mission Impossible. Tom Cruise is a good actor. He can pretty much do something with nothing. And
he's serviceable in this movie.
This is a real testament to how good of an actor Tom Cruise is, because he's working with some doozies. I didn't get bored watching this movie. It's pretty entertaining. It's not entertaining by design, but it's entertaining.
Yeah, I gotta echo what you said. Tom Cruise, like I said, is serviceable in the movie, so I didn't completely hate him. Yeah, the movie's entertaining, probably for all the wrong reasons, but I didn't hate watching this movie, believe it or not.
Sometimes art is unintentional.
That's so true. My third and final positive with this film is it's a big, dumb action movie.
Okay,
and so that there's, even when it's not trying to be funny, like it is like entertaining in the fact that it's just a dumb story. It's a dumb action movie, and you can go shove popcorn in your face and definitely have a good time.
Yeah.
Once.
Yeah.
Once, that is the key word here. So, the negatives. This movie is like a 10-year-old really wanted to make an action film. Or you know what, just like an action thing. He just wants, he saw Mission Impossible a few times and is like, wow, I really want to make an action movie.
Get me Tom Cruise.
Yeah! And so, he's given the opportunity to make this movie, and that's Jack Reacher, Never Go Back.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, that's Jason Bourne.
There's one scene in particular that we were talking about that sort of encapsulates how this movie is written by a child, and it is the escape scene. There's an escape scene early on in the movie, and it is the most coincidence-laden, nonsensical Like, it has zero understanding of how the military works or how law and order is enforced or anything like that. And just general sort of unawareness that propels this movie is kind of baffling.
Going off of that and really going off of the whole 10-year-old's wet dream of making this movie, the big glaring issue with this movie is the script and the atrocious, I'm talking awful dialogue. Oh my goodness. First of all, going to the script, the story, there's a lot of it that really makes no sense, and a lot of it, like you said, that is just so coincidental. And the story's generic. It's something like we've seen before, like, you know, military personnel gone rogue and gone bad. Oh, people are being framed. Let's throw in some generic bad guys and some piss-poor action scenes to make this into a giant conglomerate of a movie.
So the first 20 minutes of this movie, going off your point about the script, is so rushed, and it like doesn't explain anything to you. But not in like oh, you got to figure it out kind of way. The movie just doesn't make any sense. Tom Cruise falls in love with Kobe Smulders over the phone, and then suddenly he's like attacking her lawyer, and then her lawyer is like attacking him and then giving him information. It felt like we walked into a movie halfway.
It really did.
And so we were trying to piece things together, except I'm pretty sure I saw the logos at the beginning, so it was the start of the movie.
We definitely saw the logos.
Yeah,
like there's a whole like thing surrounding this drug addict guy who is going to give them the information to take down the bad guy, the villain from Heroes Season 4. What is going on here? There's like a subplot with drugs. It's like, I thought blah!
Kobe Smulders is like, I found this script. It says we've got to go find this addict guy. And so they go and find the addict guy, and she's like, he knows something.
Yeah, he knows something. Yeah. There's a side arc in this movie where Jack Reacher finds out that he could possibly have a illegitimate child. Oh, Mars.
You are not the father.
You're a deadbeat dad, Reacher.
Eventually, obviously the bad guys threaten the child, and so he has to go like protect this 15-year-old girl, and then she comes with them, and then it becomes a family road trip movie. This is another point I'm gonna make in a little bit, but this movie has a severe sense of identity crisis. Yeah, it has no idea what it wants to be, but I'll get to that in a little bit. There's just this weird side plot where it's like, he might have an illegitimate child, he might not. What does this have to do with the main story other than she's a plot device to get Reacher to go back and save her? But he never goes back.
What's he gonna do?
So what's going on?
The daughter character, while we're talking about it, is one of the most unlikable characters.
Oh yeah, she's
in like a movie in a long time. She is what we've seen characters like this before. She's belligerent
in road trip movies.
She's belligerent for no reason, and it makes sense in a road trip movie. Like, I don't want to go to like Cedar Falls or something like that. But in Jack Reacher, where her life has been threatened, we ain't got time for this chick to be complaining about like my phone and all this sort of stuff. It's completely out of place, and it really undersells the tension that it's trying so hard to convince us is like high stakes.
Oh yeah. Another really, really atrocious part of this movie, as I mentioned before, is the dialogue. I'm gonna give you an example for how bad this dialogue was. Here we go. Kobe Smulders' character says at a certain point in the movie, I'm going to grab you by your hair plugs and bitch slap the shit out of you. That is no joke. That line is in the movie,
that's how tough,
ladies and gentlemen.
Tough line, too. Like
it's Kobe Smulders, you badass, you. Oh.
That's where the comedy seems to come from. Is the dialogue.
Dialogue.
Because it's so hilariously bad. Like, there's this one guy, he works for the military police.
Oh my god.
And it's like, no joke, with absolute 100% sincerity, he's like, find Jack Reacher, his ass is mine.
Like I mentioned before, this film has a severe case of identity crisis. It really doesn't know what it's trying to be. It starts off as being this like, action film that deals with like military personnel, conspiracy kind of, one of those types of films. And then it turns into, like I mentioned before, a family road trip when he finds this daughter. And I'm not even kidding. Like they are like, we have to go to New Orleans. So they're driving in a van. They go to the airport. Like there's all these stereotypical family road trip scenes thrown in there.
And then she's complaining.
And
like,
she's
I want
complaining.
my phone, I want this, I want that.
Like when did this
Why does he
become
get a phone?
What?
Yeah.
Next thing got to talk about here is editing.
Yeah.
It's bad. There's just a lot of questionable cuts in this movie. That I'm just gonna leave it at that. So yet another problem with this movie is the lack of any sort of chemistry between any of the characters. I mean, God bless her. I love Colby Smulders, but she has literally no chemistry with Tom Cruise. This girl, the closest thing to chemistry, and I saw a little bit of this, was between the supposed daughter and Tom Cruise, and they had their moments. There were a few moments, but for the most part,
only because they would have had more chemistry. I feel there was potential.
Yeah.
They would have had more chemistry if they had been in the movie more together.
Yeah, true.
Like,
They weren't. Yeah,
they missed
with each
so
other,
many
yeah.
opportunities.
So to wrap this ginormous turd of entertainment in a nice plastic doggy bag, this is basically trying so hard, or I don't really know if it's trying so hard, but it is. It comes across this way. This movie is like the Arnold Schwarzenegger's 80s action films back in the day. Except the action sucks.
The action.
Yeah,
what little there is.
There is very little action. What action there is not done very well. Jack Reacher Never Go Back is a theater-going experience that you're never going to experience again. I recommend, believe it or not, seeing it at least once so that you can laugh your asses off as much as we did. Isn't the worst movie I've ever seen, but man, it's going to need a revive because this movie is just very...
The movie has its positives. It is an entertaining experience despite itself. So I would as well recommend seeing it at least once. Maybe wait for it to be on, DVD or something like that. No need to rush. It's probably more fun too. You can probably get a couple friends together.
Go see it with friends.
Yeah,
yes.
Pop some drinks and just enjoy it for what it is. And it may be worth seeing, but yeah, it's gonna need a revive.
It's gonna need a
big time.
Big time. Thanks guys for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed us shitting on Jack Reacher Never Go Back. If you did enjoy us, you can give us a like or share this video with your friends, share it. Yeah, that'd be nice. Also, let us know in the comments section below if you agree with us, if you disagree, your thoughts and opinions on this masterpiece of a film that, by the way, is a Tom Cruise production. Forgot to mention that. This is a Tom Cruise production,
You
folks.
laughed really loud when you saw
lost it.
that.
And then also, be sure to hit that subscribe button for Movie Reviews Weekly. We do a movie talk show. We just recorded one today. It'll be up
We're wearing the
eventually.
same shirts.
We're wearing the same
Who'd have
shirts
thought?
and everything. So yeah, we post a lot of cool stuff. There'll probably be an annotation of something of that up here. Then you can also like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter simply by searching Men v Movies. And finally, if you like me specifically and you like what I have to say, you can always give me a follow on Twitter at Griff Schiller.
And if you like me and what I've had to say, you can follow me at bceravelli on Twitter, but I'm never on there, so you can just swipe right. Because I'm on Tinder, baby.
I was waiting for you to use that.
I had to
there
get there
we
eventually.
go. He had to work his way up. This felt like the most appropriate review to do it in. All right. Well, like I said, that's going to do it for this review, guys. And until next time, take care.